Hi guys, I am Akansha Sehgal and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And I know I have been missing from a very long time from all of my social media handles, but I am giving it a fresh start. It's good to be back here, and if you are new here on this channel, I share everything that I love, be it travel, beauty, books, and a lot more. But above all that, I am in a journey of creating a better mental and emotional life for myself and help you do the same. So, if you want to get on this journey with me, again with a fresh start, make sure that you're hitting that subscribe button. As you must have gauged out from the intro and the thumbnail as well, today's video is going to be about books. So last year I posted the video of book fair and it actually got a great response, and of course the book fair happened again this year as well. Visit karna banta hai, right? It is needed. For a book lover, such fairs are necessary. They are like good for your soul. So I went to the book fair, and this time honestly I went on a Sunday in the afternoon time and it was so busy. I honestly couldn't shoot properly, but yes, it was happening from 1st to 9th, so by the time this video will be out on YouTube, the book fair will be done by now. But it was a great experience, and I also came up in a news interview.
इस बार क्या होगा दिल्ली में?
हम तो हरियाणा से आए हैं तो दिल्ली का पता नहीं क्या होगा, पर मुझे ऐसे लगता है कि बदलाव की जरूरत लग रही है दिल्ली वालों को.
So that was that. But in today's video, what I'm gonna do is take you guys quickly through all the books that I got from the book fair, and there is a surprise at the end, so stay tuned till the last book because it's special. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. So now I have comfortably settled down to show you all the books that I got. The very first store that I visited was Crosswords, because I had huge hopes from them that they will be having Onyx Storm. So two things happened there. Unfortunately, they didn't have Onyx Storm and they were not even sure like when they'll get that book in their stores, though that was the only store that I was seeing online having pre-orders open for the book with the sprayed edges. So I was really heartbroken at that moment, and I let go of all the hopes of getting Onyx Storm this year. By this year I meant from the book fair, of course. And the second thing was that whatever other books that I got my hands on, I had to let go of those books because there was such a long queue at the counter. But we moved forward, and the very first store from which I got the books was from Simon and Schuster. And let me show you guys what all I got. So we got 4 books from here. The very first book that I got was Icebreaker. I have been looking at this book in a lot of Bookstagram videos, and honestly I've seen a lot of mixed responses for this book, but I really wanted to give it a try on my own, so I got my hands on this. This is by Hannah Grace, and for those of you who still are not aware about this book, I am gonna go through the summary for you guys, and if this entices you, you can definitely get this one. So it is about Anastasia Allen, who has worked her entire life for a shot at Team USA. It looks like everything is going according to plan when she gets a full scholarship to the University of California at Maple Hills and lands a place on their competitive figure skating team. Nothing will stand in her way, not even the captain of the hockey team, Nate Hawkins. Nate's focus as captain is on keeping his team on the ice, which is tricky when a facilities mishap means they are forced to share a rink with the figure skating team, including Anastasia, who clearly can't stand him. So it is what I've come to know about, that it is enemies to lovers story with a little bit of spice. So that is that. The second book is again a famous Bookstagram book, a trending one, which is The Spanish Love Deception by Ilana Armas. So, for those of you who are not aware about the book, the summary goes like, so this is the story of Catalina Martin, who desperately needs a date to her sister's wedding, especially when her little white lie about her American boyfriend has spiraled out of control. Now everyone she knows, including her ex-boyfriend and his fiancé, will be there. She only has 4 weeks to find someone willing to cross the Atlantic for her and aid in her deception. So the book is based in New York as well as Spain, and it covers the story of Catalina and Aaron. And I've heard a lot of good things about this book, so I am really looking forward to read this one. But let's see when I start reading this one. The third book that I got is Anne of Green Gables, and it is by L.M. Montgomery. I hope I'm pronouncing the name in the right way. It is a part of a series. I actually went for this book because of the cover. Look how pretty it is. Honestly, this pick was because of the cover in first go. And once I turned to the summary page, I realized I am intrigued by the story, and B, it is a part of series. And these are the other 3 books with similar covers, so they are also very pretty, and I had the urge to pick up like all the 4 books, but I controlled it. How I did? Honestly, this time I went with the budget. I was on a no book buying spree for 6 months. I was saving up and I splurged this time, so yes. Now coming to the summary of this book, when Anne Shirley arrives at Green Gables farm, she surprises everyone. First of all, she's a girl. Marilla Cuthbert and her brother Matthew had specifically asked for an orphan boy to help around the farm. And Anne, spelled with an E of course, it makes it much more distinguished, is not just any girl. She has bright red hair and a wild imagination and can talk a mile a minute. But her sweet disposition and quick wit convince her reluctant foster parents to let her stay. She soon finds her place, making a friend in her neighbor, Diana Barry, and attending the local school where she spawns the advances of the popular and handsome Gilbert Blythe when he commits the ultimate sin of making fun of her hair. But trouble always seems to follow Anne, and she manages to ruin a perfectly good cake with an unwanted ingredient, hosts a terrible tea with dire consequences, and even ends up dyeing her hair green. Luckily, she never makes the same mistake twice. With a temper as fiery as her hair, but a big heart, Anne changes the lives of Marilla and Matthew and just about everyone she meets. So because of this summary, I was even more excited to buy this book, and I'm really looking forward to this one. And the fourth book that I got is Before We Visit the Goddess by Chitra Banerjee Devakaruni. So this year, like the last year, I have a reading goal, which is to read more of South Asian authors, Indian authors primarily, but yes, South Asian authors in general as well. So when I saw this book, I really liked it. Again, the cover hooked me. Then I went through the summary, and obviously it is by an Indian author, so that was again like a plus point. And this particular book, Before We Visit the Goddess, covers the story of journey of 3 women, Savitri, Bela and Tara. As the young daughter of a poor rural baker, Savitri yearns to get an education, but schooling is impossible on the meager profits from her mother's sweet shop. A powerful local woman takes Savitri under her wing, but her generous offer soon proves dangerous after Savitri makes a single unforgivable misstep. Years later, Savitri's own daughter Bela haunted by her mother's choices, flees to America with her lover, but the world she finds is vastly different from her dreams. As the marriage crumbles and Bella decides to forge her own path, she unwittingly teaches her little girl Tara indelible lessons about freedom and loyalty that will take a lifetime to unravel. And I also actually went through some of the reviews, you can say, on the first page, and I immediately felt connected with this book, with the summary, like the story covered in the summary. So I am really looking forward to this one, especially with my goal of reading more of Indian plus South Asian authors. So this is gonna definitely, I feel this is gonna be one of my reads in 2025. So moving forward, the next stop I made was HarperCollins, and I actually missed the stall. My mom pointed out, like, I went with my mom this time, so she pointed out that, you know, there are Agatha Christie and Sidney Sheldon books, and I was like, yeah, let's go. And from this particular stall I got hands on 6 books, and I'm gonna show you what all I got. And I think this is the most number of books that I got from any stall this time. I actually got books from only 4 stalls. The very first book is Brida by Paulo Coelho, and it actually was there in 2 different covers. One was this, and the other one was with the women on the cover, which I assume will be Brida. And I personally picked up this one, and this is available exclusively in the Indian subcontinent, and there were few other titles with similar cover, like different tones of colors, but you know, similar title. So I really liked this cover, and I picked this one up, and now I'm gonna be like in the zone of finding more titles from him in this particular cover for my bookshelf. PS, if you want to see the setup of my bookshelf, I like by the time this video will be going live, I would have uploaded a reel on like setting up my bookshelf on my Instagram, so I'll leave a link to that in the description below, so do check that out. Coming back to the book, so this is third novel of Paulo Coelho, and it tells the story of a young woman who dives into sorcery and her experiences with different magical traditions. So herein the author explores many themes that are dear to him. This is basically what he himself has you know, given as an excerpt. Here we have Great Mother, pagan religions, and the perceptions of love. So this is a tale of Brida, a beautiful young Irish woman, and her quest for knowledge. On her journey, she meets a wise man who teaches her about overcoming her fears, and a woman who teaches her ancient rituals. They see in her a gift, but must let Brida make her own voyage of discovery. So Paulo Coelho is one of my favorite authors. I have read 2 books from him. One is obviously The Alchemist, and the other is The Winner Stands Alone. So I'm really excited about this book as well. And let's see how it goes, whether I read it this year or not, because life happens. Last year my goal was to read 50 books, and I read approximately 8 to 10 books. I'm not even sure right now. I'll have to check in the story graph, and I'll leave the number here, how many books I read. And do let me know in the comment section below if you want me to review those books as well. I'll be happy to do that. Like, the number is small any which ways, because life happened and I got in my lazy zone. So fingers crossed that's not gonna happen this year. I have already completed 4 books, and I am about to complete 2 other books. So I'm right on track this year at least. Now coming to the next book, it is Too Good to Be True by Prajakta Kohli, again an Indian author. She is an Indian influencer, an actress. And this is a book that she has recently launched, so I'm excited to read about it. I am a blank slate, like I do not have any good or bad points related to this book. This book is about Avni's favorite thing to do is bury her nose in romance novels, but honestly life can't be trusted to make the stories real, right? So she works in a bookstore where a man walks in straight out of the pages of her favorite love stories, Aman. His name is Aman, and he is hot, successful, seems to know what she's going to say before she said it, and just cannot get enough of her. In short, he's perfect. He's the ideal book boyfriend, book boy, book lead. Then why is Avni losing her mind, ignoring the advice of her BFFs and trying to convince herself that he's just too good to be true? Will Aman ever be able to figure her out, and will Avni allow him to? So that's what we are gonna find in this book, and let's see when I get digging in this book. The next book, again an Indian author, Preeti Shenoy, and the book name is The Secret Wishlist. So it is a story of a girl who is of 16 years old, and she finds her life revolving around school, boys, and endless hours of fun with her best friend. But one day all that changes, and then it covers the story of her life 18 years later when she finds herself in a dilemma. Urged by a twist of events, a wish list is born. But can a wish list help her piece back her life together? Will she succumb to the tanglements on an extramarital relationship? So I am really looking forward to this book. Plus Preeti Shenoy is one author that I've heard really good things about. I haven't been able to read any of her books till now. So when I saw this book, I read the title, I was like, this is the time to give it a try, and this is the time to explore the new author that I have been hearing about, who has done some amazing work. So looking forward to this one as well. Then of course I have one book each from Agatha Christie and Sidney Sheldon. So these two authors are actually my childhood favorites. I started reading books I started reading from the murder mystery genre, and I used to read Nancy Drew books, and then I got into Sidney Sheldon, Agatha Christie because of the very first book that I read was Murder on the Orient Express, and that was like a compulsory read in the school in one of the classes. And simultaneously I got my hands on Sidney Sheldon's The Sky is Falling, and post that I have been exploring the works of these authors continuously. I am already currently also I'm reading one book of Agatha Christie only, which is The Last Seance. How do you pronounce that? But I got hands on two books. So first let's look at Sidney Sheldon's Reckless. Again, this is available exclusively in the Indian subcontinent. It covers the story of Hunter Drexel, who is no hero. He's a maverick journalist whose relentless pursuit of the truth has earned him some dangerous enemies, and in following Group 99's activities, this time the stakes are life and death. What is Group 99? They are modern day Robin Hoods, but the CIA's number one enemies. The public flock to praise the group until suddenly they turn to violence. The beautiful Mrs. Tracy Schmidt is a typical small town mom, a homemaker devoted to her son Nick. But what her neighbors don't know is that once upon a time she was Tracy Whitney, legendary jewel thief and con artist. Tracy thought she had left her reckless past behind her, but one snowy night, tragedy forces her hand, facing her greatest nightmare, and with nothing left to lose, Tracy returns to the hunt, and this time she's more dangerous than ever. Of course, this is by Sidney Sheldon. Of course, this back cover, whatever is written here, hooked me. So I got my hands on this. The book that I got from Agatha Christie is The 13 Problems. There was another book with some similar illustrations. It was in red color. And both the stories were actually really nice. I was confused, so I just did Akkad Bakkad. But honestly, at this book fair, I realized that Agatha Christie has written a lot of books. Like, I knew she has written a lot of books, but she has written a lot of books, right? And now my urge to read all of her titles has increased. So that's that. I might make a Agatha Christie Sidney Sheldon shelf here. Who knows? Who knows? But The 13 Problems, it is about a weekly dinner party, 10 amateur sleuths, the Tuesday nightclub murders. So, on a quiet Tuesday in St. Mary Mead, a group of friends gather for dinner. A policeman, a clergyman, a solicitor, an author, an artist, and an unassuming lady with a shrewd gaze, Jane Marple. Conversation naturally turns to crime, of course, because it is Agatha Christie's book. Each recounts a seemingly unsolvable mystery. Each thinks they know the answer, but it's the only one they least expect who understands the true nature of each wicked act. Never underestimate Miss Marple. So obviously Agatha Christie books have like crazy twists and turns, and I'm really looking forward to this one. Do let me know in the comments below, are you like a fan of Agatha Christie or Sidney Sheldon, and if yes, what books have you read? Because I would like to gel more on these common favorites. And the last book that I got is this one, The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. And honestly, I made a huge mistake. So this is by Laurie Gilmore, for those of you who do not know. And Laurie Gilmore actually writes small town stories, and this is a part of a series, Dream Harbor series. And I don't know what happened at that point of time. Maybe it was because of the rush. So this is part 2. Like, those of you who know, but this is part 2 in the series, and now I don't have part 1. I was thinking not to spend more money post book fair, but I think I'll have to do that. If you have already read this book, do let me know in the comments below whether it's a standalone or not, because if it's a standalone, then it's a good thing for me. I can read it as it is. But look at the cover and look at the gold foiling here and there. It's so pretty. Just look at it. Okay, coming to the summary. When a secret message turns up hidden in a book in the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, Hazel can't understand it. As more secret codes appear between the pages, she decides to follow the trail of clues. She just needs someone to help her out. Gorgeous and outgoing fisherman Noah is always up for an adventure, and a scavenger hunt sounds like a lot of fun. Even better that the cute bookseller he's been crushing on for months is the one who wants his help. Interesting. Hazel didn't go looking for romance, but as the treasure hunt leads her and Noah around Dream Harbor, their undeniable chemistry might be just as hot as the fresh out of the oven cinnamon buns the bookstore sells. Based on the summary, I feel it's a standalone. You can tell me in the comments below. That will be really helpful. So coming to the third store, which I actually intentionally visited, was this one, Prakash Books, or like the Wonder House. I got books from them last year as well, and I was really happy visiting them this year too. So do you see that book, The Pride and Prejudice, and the Yellow Book there? Those books are from Prakash Bookstore itself. So I'm really happy. This time, honestly, since I was on a budget, I was like controlling and seeing the specific books that I want. So let me show you the 2 books, hardcover books. Like last year I bought a lot of hardcovers. Not a lot, it was like 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 4 hardcover books. This time it's only 2. So the very first is a classic, The Great Gatsby, by F. Scott Fitzgerald. I really wanted to like pick this up last time also, but I was like, okay, let's pick it up this year. The second book that I got was Alice's Adventure in Wonderland. I actually really want to get back to the prince stories and childhood reads, so I got hands on this one as well. And honestly, I'm gonna focus on picking up these titles like, you know, Beauty and the Beast, Snow White and all these books in hardcovers preferably now, because building a collection, that's the thing. So these are the 2 books from classics that I got, and both of them are really pretty, and I'm really happy to get these and place them in a nice manner on my like bookshelf. So that's that. Then I got this book, which is Mystic Secrets of Vishnu by Pranay. I was just about to, you know, go to the billing counter when I got my hands on this. And this book, obviously, as it goes by the title, it covers the legends, the wisdom of Indian god Vishnu. So I am really looking forward to read this. And the last thing I got from here, okay, now if I see, I got equal books from Prakash Bookstore and HarperCollins. So I got this set of the Kalki trilogy. So Kalki is believed to be the last incarnation of Lord Vishnu, last avatar of Lord Vishnu, and this book is based on that. So book 1 is Dharma Yudh, book 2 is Satya Yudh, and book 3 is Mahayudh. So I'm really looking forward to this trilogy, and let's see when I get on reading this. There was this one other book, The Hidden Hindu. It's again a series, and I really wanted to get that, and I picked that up on Crosswords, but unfortunately had to leave that. But now I'm in the zone that let me just finish this trilogy first. And also at the same time, you know, I have the book series by Amish, which covers Ram, Sita, Ravan and the War of Lanka. So I have to complete that as well. So once I'm complete, like done with these 2, I'm definitely gonna go for the Hidden Hindu next. Now the last book. Now after Prakash books, I was left with a very limited budget. Like, you know, max to max, I could have got 3 books in that budget. And we went to Hachette India. Honestly, I was not aware about this publisher, and they were fairly new to me. So we randomly walked in that, and what I got there, that again my mom pointed out that, dude, you wanted this. And I was so happy that, you know, she pointed that out, because what I got was this. I got my hands on Onyx Stone finally. I already have Fourth Wing and Iron Flame at the top. You are not able to see that right now, with the sprayed edges, with this beautiful cover, with these beautiful illustrations, and I am so excited for this, and I'm so looking forward to read this. Honestly, I haven't even started with Fourth Wing, but it was like, I want to have this trilogy here at my shelf, and I have a goal to complete at least Fourth Wing this year. So if I complete that you know, a little sooner, I'll start with the other one as well for sure. But yeah, we got Onyx Storm in the book fair, so like it was a good deal. It was a good deal. So this was it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and do let me know in the comment section below if you have read any of these books and how was your experience with that particular book that might motivate or demotivate me to read that book. But never mind, do let me know, and I would like to bond with you over books, so looking forward to that. And yes, that was pretty much it for today's video. I'll see you guys super soon in my next video, and honestly this year you're gonna see more of me here on this channel, and stay tuned on my main channel, which is by the name of Akanksha Sehgal only. So yes, if you are interested to learn from my journey in terms of how you can take time out to do things that you love, make time for your own self, and really get going apart from your full-time job, create some different sort of income modes, then make sure that you're hopping onto that channel and hitting the notification bell so that you do not miss that particular video where I'll be talking about what mistakes I did that led to me being inconsistent in following my hobbies, in doing YouTube or social media as a content creator, and what sort of changes I'm making now in this year so that I am right on track and doing everything that I love along with my full-time job. So go hit that subscribe button here as well as there, and I'll see you guys super soon on my other channel first and then here again. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you guys super soon. Bye.